The last thing or last technique I'm going to show you guys is to apply other materials into your collage as well. It could be paint, it could be markers, it could be just regular pen, it could be stenciling, etc. and so forth. So one of the things that I mentioned with the photo transfer is with the photo or the collages, especially with magazines. Some people don't like it because they don't feel like it's an original work of art because it's photo. You're using resources from magazines or other stuff. So how do you guys make your collages feel like it's a unique work of art and you add your own personal drawing techniques to it? One of the ways is that you might find a person in there and you really like their position, their body position or their stance or their body or whatever, or their facial expression, but you don't want it to just look like a photograph that you found. Or maybe you don't want it to look like that celebrity, but you want to use the overall structure. And maybe you want to manipulate it and add to it. So you know how sometimes you go into, like, say, a yearbook or something and you draw, like, a mustache on someone or, like, cross out their eyes and make them look dead or something? This is what you can use this for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint over the entire thing and basically kind of wash it out a little bit, but still have that structure of its anatomy. So I'm going to use acrylic paint, which you guys can, well, actually I'm giving you guys tempera paint, the cheap stuff. Okay, so it's some tempera paint, white. I guess you could use a different color if you wanted to. But you're going to use the paintbrush, and I put it on a palette. I'm going to put some paint on my paintbrush. I don't want it to be too thick, though, so I'm just going to kind of swash it and make it so it's barely on the brush. And then I'm just going to kind of paint over the top of my image, okay? So I want to have this, like, dry brush technique where there's not a lot of paint on it, so I can still kind of see his body or the person underneath a little bit, but to where it's not like that perfect model. You know how sometimes they just look too perfect and it's really annoying and you want it to look like an original drawing. So I'm going to cover it up with this white paint, and then I need to let it dry. So now I kind of have the structure of him underneath. Might need more. And now I kind of have the structure of him underneath, but I can go back with, like, Sharpie markers or a drawing pen or other felt tip markers and kind of draw over the top of him. Like, what I kind of picture doing with him is making him, instead of a football, like a Superman. So I might go in and draw, like, his pecs or something like that and his ab muscles, and then him ripping off his, like, superhuman, like, or superhero outfit, okay? But still kind of keeping that overall structure, okay? Does that make sense? Like, with this guy, what I did, is I took he's from, like, a skateboard magazine, and he was doing something goofy. He had, like, cotton ball in his eye, like he was holding a cotton ball. So what I did is I did that technique over the top, put the white down, but then I just went over with a normal drawing pen and, like, a felt tip marker, and now I'm going to make him a zombie. So now maybe I kind of give him, like, some crazy hair eventually, or maybe I give him a mohawk, right? Maybe that's what I should have done. Oh, but I don't have room right here. So now I might go in here and actually draw, like, some crazy different style hair because he has the hood over the top of his head, but maybe I don't want that. Now I can make his, hair purple or whatever. So I'm just basically using the structure of it, but then changing it. Like, same thing with her. Okay, I might change her hairstyle in here, kind of go in, start shading out some of the roots or some of the direction of the hair that I want it to go in, but maybe I start to add color to it and turn her hair yellow or purple or whatever. Maybe I give her green eyes or whatever, change her outfit. Does this make sense? So this is another way that you guys can take your image resources, but then make them your own and add, like, your own artistic touch into your collage instead of it just being magazines. All right? Any questions?